everyone, my name is Dr. Sila Darville. I teach violin and viola, and it's the time of the year where I'm presenting to you my help videos for your Kentucky All State Audition for upper strings. My first video, today's video, is going to be about the violin scales. This year's scales are on the easier side, is the B flat major and E melodic minor, and after this video you're going to feel, I'm hoping, pretty confident about how to play those. What I use when I teach and play the scales is the Carl Flesch scale system. It's a standardized system. If you can get the book, you can find it maybe online, I'm not sure. But it always starts on the G string, no matter what the scale is. And you always end up on in the position that you started in. So B flat major is going to start in first position. It's going to go all the way up to 7th position and come back down to first position. With the scale system that I'm using, the Flesch scales, you only shift once on the A string, going up, and you shift 2 more times on the E string. And on the way down, your shifting pattern is going to be 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, shift down, 3, 2, 1, shift down, 3, 2, 1, and that's it. So it's a nice, systemized way of shifting up and coming back down. The things I want you to consider when you're practicing and recording your audition is your scales have to be in tune. There's one thing that you cannot negotiate in scales is that the intonation. The intonation has to be there. The second thing is that you want a good sound. You don't want a pressed in, unhealthy, scratchy sound. You also do not want a very soft, almost inaudible sound. You want a nice core to the sound. The third thing is your pacing. You don't want to change the speed of your scale somewhere in the middle when it gets harder. Make sure you start in one tempo, you end up in the same tempo. You don't want to get it slower, you don't want to get it faster. If you have those 3 things, you're going to be fine. So let's go with the B flat major. As I said, we start in the first position with a 2nd finger. Remember, we have 2 flats. I use 4th fingers going up and also coming back down. You're more than welcome to use the open A and open D on the way down. This is what I do. B flat major in 3-note slurs. If you would like to vibrate your last note, please go ahead and do it, but the scales are not going to be the opportunity for you to show off your vibrato. So if you're recording the scales too slowly and working on your vibrato, don't do that. It's not going to gain you any points. Make sure that you're obeying the metronome marking, which is minimum 92 to the quarter note. That's actually slower than what I just played you. And if you keep 3-note slurs, it's gonna sound like this. Right, that's a controllable, nice tempo. If you want to do it faster, which you're more than welcome to if you can keep the speed, I would recommend you to do it at 92, but keep the 92 as a quarter note, and what you're gonna play is gonna be triplets. So it's gonna be triplets in 92 as a quarter note. I do not like changing the bow constantly when I'm working on my scales. It distracts from the clarity of the left hand. So keep some sort of slur. Do not play your scales all separate. It gets pedantic and it makes the people who are listening think that you won't be able to play it up to speed. So make sure you have a form of slur, maybe 4-note slurs. I recommend 3-note slurs. If you do it fast enough, you can keep 12-note slurs. It will be... If you do that, you only will have 4 bow changes, and that's going to be nice and easy. You don't have to worry about this. You can worry about your left hand and getting it clean. When you're preparing any scale, this and then E minor, I want you to work on releasing your shifts. What that means is, let's take the first shift. When I'm doing that shift, even though first position to third position shift is a pretty comfortable one, I don't want you to lose contact with the string, so don't lift up your fingers and then jump to the next position. You don't want to jump to any position. You always want to get there with your finger on the string. when I say is, I don't want you to press down. I don't want you to do, that's not a good sound. I want you to release the tension that is on the string. The tension comes from the finger pressing down, so you're going to release that, but you're not going to lose contact with the string. You're going to release the tension that's here, because a lot of people release the tension here and they keep squeezing the neck so they can't get from position A to position B. And what I want you to also work on is releasing the tension that your right hand has on the bow. And then after you're done with the shift, you're going to reapply tension. And it's all going to happen very quickly. Right? You won't hear it. So a good shift is a controlled shift and you will never jump. Make sure you have some way of getting from one position to the next one. The E minor will start in 4th position on the G string. We always try to start the scales on the G string. The second is going to be 2nd finger, 4th position. And the shifting pattern going up is exactly the same. You always shift after your 2nd fingers, the first time on A string, 2 times on E string. On the way down, the pattern is different. Instead of doing 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, what you are going to do is 4, 3, 2, and then shift immediately. 3, 2, 1, shift one more time, 3, 2, 1, stay there, and do your last shift on the A string. So on the way up, it's the same as B flat major scale. You shift 3 times in total, once on A, twice on E. On the way down, you shift 2 times on E string and 1 more time on the A string. Don't forget that, because sometimes people don't do that and then it gets confusing to the minor scales. Remember, it's an E melodic minor, so E minor already has F sharp. We are also going to add C sharp and D sharp, 6th and 7th degrees, going up, and those C and D are going to be naturals again on the way down. So slowly, this is the E minor. That's a very slow, nice, good E minor. 92 is more or less what I just played you guys. If you want to keep the notes as quarter notes. It's a nice, controllable, steady tempo. If you are confident with your intonation and sound quality, you can again do the same thing. You can consider this as a quarter note and you play your scale in triplets. I will do 12 note slurs. Okay, so you can have several options. You can keep the 92, you can get a little bit faster, make sure you're not doing it any slower than 92. And again, the most important thing with the scale, intonation, the tone quality, and pacing. You don't need to worry about anything else. Make sure you start with a slower tempo, use the metronome, and speed it up. If you speed it up every day by 5 clicks, you're going to be more than in a good shape. You're going to be ready to record your audition when the time comes. I hope it was helpful. I'm going to be back with the extra videos very soon. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye.